ankasa na wobetimi adwene ho sɛ nea wo kan eye maye ana sɛ eye maye enya wo nyonko a obekwa akoya wo no ana wo nyonko a obetwa ato no so ana wo nyonko a obekwa akɔsɛ ni biribi na ebe ma amanfo ato abamo na mo wonni yɛ ni wusu nso bedi hu adanse ma amanfo ato abamo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote address for this program will be delivered by
I'm here representing the Ranger Minister, who has been invited to come and officially launch the Eastern Region program of this project. Unfortunately, of the Better Ghana agenda. You may recall that upon assumption of office, this government promised to make investment in people and job creation a key priority. We have since kept our word and rolled out several social interventions to alleviate the plight of mostly the less privileged. Mr. Chairman, a major task that has been accomplished by government is the expansion models under the SY National Youth Employment Program, and now reorganized into an efficient body now known as the Ghana Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship Areas and several others. You have already been told about the various uses this project is going to be put in. While urging the youth to embrace the numerous opportunities that come with this new project, I wish to reiterate that government will continue to support the youth to get gainful employment. On this note, it is my honor to officially declare the Community Water Tricycle, the Community Motor Tricycle project in the Eastern region duly launched.
The official launch of the Community Motor Tricycle project in the Eastern region. Basically, we are launching this project to provide a 3-month intensive training for 1,000 beneficiaries in the use of the motor tricycle to provide various transport services at the community level. Now, besides this project, Asongtaba has also successfully rolled out and completed the youth in dressmaking and hairdressing project, which provided training for 10,000 and then 5,000, 24,000 beneficiaries respectively. It's all about them being focused, being determined, and work very hard in using these tricycles for the purpose for which they are supposed to use. The fact is they need to also be very committed to what they do. The most important thing is if you are not committed to what you do, you definitely would not succeed. Team Asongtaba is going to, first of all, as I mentioned in the speech, we are going to establish an ultra-modern tricycle assembling plant, which will provide assembling of motor tricycles for the local market, and will also provide training in the area of repairs and assembling of these tricycles at the community level, because we've realized that there are so many motor tricycles in the system and they don't have garages that will provide repairs for them. So we are going to set up the ultra-modern assembling plant that will provide that service. Now, in the area of the dressmaking, we are setting up textile industries where we'll be doing commercial dressmaking for the various institutions and government agencies that normally use uniforms. And this is going to provide a great employment opportunity for the teeming unemployed youth and also beneficiaries that actually underwent the training during the project.
To measure what we welcome suggestions that will ensure quality service delivery. Now, access to justice basically connotes the timely, efficient, cost-effective, fair, and just resolution of disputes in a manner that is free from technicalities. Not only the physical infrastructure, that is the courthouse, but the unrestricted, unhindered access to seek redress before the courts. And this includes financial access, in that persons seeking justice are not constrained by the lack of funds to do so. It also includes the right to appear by counsel, whether pro bono or otherwise. The remedies available by law to parties the designation by law of specified courts to handle particular disputes, the availability of simple rules of procedure at an independent judiciary for this important national exercise. I am happy to report that through these trainings that were conducted by the Judicial Training Institute, our judges have been enlightened and made aware of the need to adjudicate cases expeditiously, the need to assert their judicial independence, and also the need to apply the same rules fairly, bearing in mind the fundamental principle of equality. We have all worked very hard to come to this point, but there are others who have worked exceptionally hard, and I think it is right and proper that at this forum I publicly recognize their contribution. I have the honor to do so and to introduce to you the following personalities. Justice, second edition of the manual, they were assisted by, I wish on behalf of the judiciary to assure fellow Ghanaians responsible discharge of our constitutional mandate from public agitation, armed conflict, and
she said quite plainly, we now move.
And my Lord Chair, if you permit me, as a naval judiciary, we will stand the occasional attempts by those who try to shake its foundations. For me, therefore, being here today will remain forever. I consider a daunting one. I am to give an expose of the second edition of the manual and the role of the judicial service to the august body gathered here. Reveals that challenges emerge on the horizon almost immediately in the form of election offenses. Anyone who compares the relevant provisions of the Order in Council establishing Legislative Council in 1925, the PNDC Law 284 and Constitutional Instrument 72, will be astounded by the similarity of the election offenses then and now by our judges. The significance of the historical evidence I'm recounting here is that our judges had to face these challenges through their own exertions and research without the assistance of a resource book until 2008, when their leadership made a strategic decision to have this void filled. I'm happy to tell this story, my Lord Chair, because it is my humble submission that the leadership has not been congratulated enough on the major contributions she has made to the delivery of service by the judiciary in an area critical to our dear nation, and the momentous nature of the decision in 2008 to cause a book to be published on election agreement. May I assure our compatriots that the judiciary is well positioned and equipped to deal competently, expeditiously, and efficiently with all election disputes within reasonable time limits. And to show that this was no idle talk, by dealing competently, efficiently, and in a timely manner with all matters relating to the election of the President and the representatives of the people and vote.
And these are some of the reasons national elections once in every 4 years. In the number of claims and complaints filed in our courts on a daily basis, need arises. I'm calling all judges cases. Also, in all regional capitals, is to be done electronically. In other words, for the past 3 years, this has been the practice in the effective remedies. It is an undeniable fact in terms of both substantive law and procedure. of the judiciary of Ghana that we have
election administration.